You old, ugly, scrawny, country bitch.
Hold on, let me set this up properly. Latto was on momentum. Music was working. She was being called one of the best female rappers alive. And then she said yes to walking Claressa Shields out at a fight. One yes, one walkout. And Charleston White came out of the woodworks calling her sad, depressed, and possibly musty. And Latto snapped. And the twist nobody caught? Charleston White said he is also walking Claressa out at the same fight. The person criticizing the association is the association. But welcome back to Shella Elite. We don't spread rumors, baby. We read receipts. New here, subscribe and ring that bell right now. Elite family today, we have Latto versus Charleston White and the most specific contradiction in celebrity commentary this year. Everything today is based on publicly available footage, allegedly. One man called her diabolic for walking Claressa out, then said he is doing the same thing. I screamed. Let's get into every clip.
Talking about walking. What this bitch say? Talking about acting like I'm a boss. Bitch. I am a boss, boy. And watch your mouth with that bitch word.
Wait, because before we hear Latto's response, we need to understand what Charleston White actually said that triggered all of this. He said she dropped her video with Doa Cap, was on Jermaine Dupri's show, was living her best life, being called one of the best female rappers alive today, and then she got attached to Claressa, and now, his words, she looks sad, depressed, possibly musty, diabolic. He said possibly musty on a podcast about a woman who was just being called elite. And Latto heard it and came back with, I am a boss. Watch your mouth with that word. Not defensive, not emotional, declarative. The distance between possibly musty and I am a boss is where Latto's entire response lives. And she covered that distance in one sentence.
Listen here, you little bitch boy. I'm gonna tell you one thing, bitch.
Listen here, you little boy. She did not call him old, did not call him irrelevant, did not call him wrong. She called him little. Baby little is not an age, it is a size of character. And she was very specific about what size she assessed his character to be. Charleston White has made a career out of saying things nobody else will say out loud. Loud, unfiltered, unafraid. And Latto reduced all of that to little boy in 2 words without raising her voice once. That is not anger. That is altitude.
You older than my mama and my daddy. Hey man, look.
You ought my mama and my daddy. Hold on, because that line is not about this conversation. That line goes back further than this conversation. When someone invokes their parents in a response, they are saying, you have crossed a line that exists before me. My mama and my daddy did not raise me to be discussed this way. And the only things in this conversation that reach that level are the baby reference and the married man accusation. Both of them touch something that predates her career, something generational. And Charleston White walked into both of them without realizing what he was touching. You ought my mama and my daddy is not anger. That is ancestry. And ancestry requires a different kind of response than regular beef.
I'm be at the fight. I'm walking Claressa out at the fight. August 15th, State Farm Arena. Bitch. That baby.
I'm walking Claressa out at the fight. The 10th of August, State Farm Arena. Wait, let me say that again. Charleston White spent this entire podcast calling Latto's association with Claressa diabolic. Said she crashed out, said she looked sad and depressed. And then earlier in the same podcast, he said, I am walking Claressa out at the fight. I screamed. The person criticizing the association eyes the association. Both of them are walking Claressa out on the 10th of August, and neither one seems to see the contradiction. Baby, you cannot call someone's decision diabolic and then announce you are making the exact same decision in the same conversation. That is not commentary. That is confusion with a microphone.
When it comes to that baby, don't say nothing. I don't even want to hear the word baby in my name in a sentence.
When it comes to that baby, don't say nothing. I don't even want to hear the word baby in my name in a sentence. That line hit different from everything else she said. Not louder, different. She addressed Charleston White directly. She addressed the boss accusation. She addressed the married man comparison, all of it with fire. And then she drew one specific line, the child, do not go there. And the tone when she said it was not the same tone as the rest of the response. It was quieter, more specific, more final. A woman who will snap on you for calling her musty, but draws a completely different line for her child, is telling you exactly where she actually lives underneath all the boss energy. She is a mother first, and mothers draw lines that do not negotiate.
Little boy. I don't let y'all be loud and wrong for too long. I ain't no married man. Bitch. I'm going to say this one more time. When it comes to that child,
little boy, I don't let y'all be loud and wrong for too long. And I ain't no married man. Hold on. Because I ain't no married man is the most calculated line in this entire response. She did not say, I am not with 21 Savage. She did not deny a specific person. She denied the category. I ain't no married man means whatever is being said about me, and whoever the Claressa Papoose comparison does not apply to me. I am not in that situation. Baby denying the category instead of the person is the most legally safe and most strategically sound response available. Because if you deny a specific person, you confirm that person exists in the conversation. If you deny the category, you refuse to let the comparison land. She told you she is not in the Claressa situation without confirming what situation she is actually in. That is not deflection. That is precision.
I'm walking Claressa out at the fight. August 15th, State Farm Arena. You loud and wrong, bitch boy. Whole ass broke.
I'm walking Claressa out at the fight. Stay far from Marina. Loud and wrong boy. State Farm Arena is in Atlanta. Latto is from Atlanta. And she is telling him, if you have something to say about this decision, come to my city on the 10th of August and say it in the same building. That is not a threat. That is a boundary with GPS coordinates. And then she flipped his own phrase back at him, loud and wrong. The thing Charleston White had been calling her, she redirected straight back to him. Baby, when you flip someone's accusation back at them in the same sentence as a location challenge, the argument is over. She took his weapon and returned it in her city on her date.
I am a boss. I am a boss. I could buy you your wife, your girlfriend, your kids. Bitch. Not a
Oh, broke. I am a boss. I am a boss. I could buy you your wife, your girlfriend, and your kids. I screamed at wife and girlfriend, not wife or girlfriend, both simultaneously. She is saying the man she is talking to might have both at the same time, and she could purchase both of them away from him in one transaction. And then the most specific ending to this entire situation. Charleston White, the man who called her sad, depressed, possibly musty, and diabolic, responded to I am a boss by saying she a boss 4 times. She a boss, she a boss, she a boss, she a boss. He came to the podcast to criticize. He left as her hype man. Baby, the full arc of that conversation is the most specific character assessment of Charleston White available. He called her possibly musty. She said, I could buy your whole family, and he agreed with her title 4 times. He came to criticize. He left as a fan. Possibly musty to I am a boss. Little boy delivered without raising her voice. Ancestry invoked when the parents were mentioned. Charleston White criticizing the walkout while announcing his own walkout in the same podcast. The child line drawn quieter and more final than everything else. Denied the category, not the person. GPS coordinates issued in her own city. And he called her a boss 4 times after calling her diabolic. 2 questions. 1, Charleston White called Latto's association with Claressa diabolic and then announced he is also walking her out at the same fight. Does that contradiction end his argument, or does it make the situation more interesting? 2, she said, I ain't no married man, without naming anyone. Does that denial close the 21 Savage conversation, or does refusing to name the person keep it alive? Drop it below. I'm Shella. The receipts never lie at Shella Elite. Baby, I will see you in the next one. Not.